Oh yeah, we've got a new game system coming out and I am extremely excited for it. This is Indie Spotlight. Welcome to Indie Spotlight, where we take news, trailers, and new releases of upcoming indie titles, and we give it out there for you guys to take a look at. I'm your host, Kyle Locke, and as always, we'll be starting with trailers, and the first trailer that we have for you this week is Sententia. Sententia is an Xbox Live indie game that's going to be coming out sometime soon. Basically looks like it's a platformer slash puzzle game where you have the ability to create and make a whole bunch of different things to overcome obstacles and defeat enemies. The animation looks a little bit sluggish. Looks like they could maybe do a little bit with that still before it's released. But otherwise the idea looks really cool and I'm excited to see how it turns out. The next trailer that we have for you is the Xbox Live indie game Avatar Laser Wars 2.
Copy. Alpha 3, are you there? Alpha 3, this is Command Center. Do you copy?
There's a bunch of Avatar games out on Xbox Live indie games, and it's hard to determine one from the other because a lot of times there's just so many. It's very convoluted. But this one actually looks to be pretty interesting because it's going to be a first-person shooter. It looks very Unreal Tournament-like, or something along the lines of Quake, or any of those kinds of games where it's very fast-paced kind of multiplayer first-person shooting. It looks like you'll get different abilities. They showed camouflage in there, so it'll be cool to see how all of that turns out. I'm sure it'll be very much like any kind of first-person shooter retail game, like a Halo, where you can have a whole bunch of different Spartan abilities and everything. So hopefully it turns out to be pretty good. And the final trailer that we have for you this week is Nihilumbra. Nihilumbra is an iOS game that's going to be coming out sometime soon. It looks extremely polished. Basically, you use the different elements or different colors in order to make different things happen. They used like green in order to make projectiles bounce off of things. They used red in order to light up areas. They used blue to make things slide across it. It looks like a whole bunch of different colors. The final thing about it is that you're going to have a void that's constantly following you and possibly catching up to you if you're taking too long. So that's going to keep you on the edge of your toes the entire time. So it looks really cool. I'm very excited to see how it turns out. Alright, that does it for trailers this week. Now we're going to move on to the news. The news this week is just blowing up because we've got the Steam sale going on, which means just everything awesome is amazing and everything's just mind-blowing. Just every game that you want, everything. It's hard to put it into words. Just 75% off prices. It's amazing. People are still complaining about it, even though Valve is just opening all these games at incredible prices for you. I remember there was a bit of a controversy because BioShock 2 was picked as the big next sale, even though Metro had 1% higher vote, even though it was just incorrectly shown. And come on, people, you're getting games at a much discounted price. Really? Enjoy it. Just enjoy the games, okay? Go and buy games, have fun, and just enjoy it. The next bit of news that we have for you is that Little Inferno, which is supposed to be the sequel for World of Goo, actually has an open beta invite now. You can actually go and sign up. I'm not sure if you have to pay for it or not, but you can go and sign up for a beta look at it. The final bit of news that we have for you this week is probably the biggest one, and that is that there's a new game system coming out that was announced. It's pronounced OUYA, but I prefer the OUYA. I mean, it's OUYA. I'm just going to call it the OUYA because that just sounds better. So it's the OUYA, as Mr. Kool-Aid Man would say it. But basically, this is going to be an Android-run console. It's going to be $99, and you can do anything you want with it. You're able to hack it if you want. You can download Android games for it if you want. They're going to have Minecraft on there, they said. It's just going to be like just a world of awesome. So you can go over to their Kickstarter page, which already has almost $5 million raised. The original goal was $950,000, so that's a pretty big difference. You can go over to the Kickstarter page and you can actually buy your console now. If you buy it now, you can reserve another controller if you want. You can reserve your username for online play. All just amazing stuff. And they have a tech demo on there to show you what the idea is, so definitely go over, take a look at it. $99? Come on, $99. That's a very affordable console. Alright, new releases that we have for you this week are Basket Bell for the PC, Tiny Troopers for iOS, and Kuta, which is a browser-based game. Alright, that does it for the new releases this week. We actually have a special segment for you guys this week. We have an exclusive gameplay video of Soul Machine. Alright, that does it for this week's Indie Spotlight. As always, if you have any information or trailers or news on anything indie game related, you can hit me up over at twitter.com/Dazerin, or you can go over to VVGTV at twitter.com/VVGTV. As always, thank you for watching this episode of Indie Spotlight, and we will see you next week when we just talk more about awesome indie video games, and maybe we'll hear some more news on this Oh Yeah. So, take care. I am sweating so much, I should not have had that chocolate cake. Okay. I've been sneezing all day. This sucks. Car. Driving away. Alright, that does it for this week's I almost said indie review again.